Okay, so welcome back to Codage VIT, and here I am with one of my question which was asked in CAT. Okay, so this is one of my CAT question. So today I'll be explaining this question and I'll be even explaining the code for this. So see, in this question we have to use arrays that to means we have to use pointers which will be facing towards the functions. Okay, and the function will basically taking a array as an input, and based on that what we have to do is write a mean driven application to find the grade of 10 students in a class and display the minimum, maximum and average of 3 test marks of each student. So basically what will happen is they have initially specified that we are having 10 students and each student will be entering their marks in 3 subjects each, and after that we have to find the maximum marks, minimum marks and the average marks for those 3 subjects for each student, and we have to display it. That too we have to solve this problem using pointers to functions and arrays. Okay, so it's also a quite easy question according to me. I don't know about you, but for me it's an easy question, but yeah, it was a lengthy question because see, typing it on on a compiler is way easier than writing it on a paper. That's why I don't like giving cat exams, especially for computer science, because it's because you know what, we can't write the code. We need a compiler for this. We need to every moment we need to check that whether our code is working properly or not. Okay, there are many other reasons. Okay, anyway, leave that. Let's move on to the code. Okay, so here I'll be making my main function. Before that, let me create a list over here. Use list. It's basically a 2D list, because see why I'm using 2D list, because for each students I have to take 3 marks. Okay, so see, those totally there are 10 students, and for each students I have to take marks of 3 subjects. Okay, that's why I've created a 2D list, 2D array, sorry, 2D array. And let me create another variable int. Now see, now I have to take input from the users. For int I equals to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, I plus plus. Uh, let me write over here printf, enter the details of percentage d student. See, you don't need to write all these things. Just for the sake of explanation, I'm writing it. Okay, it's up to you whether you want to write it or not. Yeah. Now let me write for int. See, I have to run 2 for loops because it's a 2D array. That's why I'm going with 2 for loops. For int j equals to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus, j plus plus. Enter the marks in percentage d subject of the given student. Okay. Now see, scanf percentage d element. Use list ij equals to element. So see, till now what I've done is I have taken the input till here. See, till here what I've done is I have taken input from the user. I'm telling the user to tell me all the marks of each students. Okay, all the marks for those 3 subjects for each student. So this is what I've done till now. Okay, I guess you all might be clear with all these things because it's a basic thing. Okay, taking inputs from the users in form of for loops and all those things. And now see, after this what I have to do is I have to declare a function, okay, which will be finding out minimum, maximum and average marks of each student. Okay, we can do it using 3 functions, 2 functions, or even using 1 function also. Okay, so what I'll be doing is I'll be creating a function int ans function, int ans functions, and this function will be taking an array, integer array. Okay, that too which will be having 10 rows and 3 columns. Okay, so, see, this is over here what I'm doing is I'm just making a function. Okay, so this is a function, it's named as answer function. It will be taking integer value, that too in form of an array, 2D array, and all these things. Here I have declared my function. Now since I have to use pointer to function, it was given in the question, so let me create a pointer also. See, int star fptr, you can name anything. Okay, you can give any name to your pointer. And now see, try to understand this. What does this line means? It means there is a pointer fptr which is named as fptr. This pointer will be taking integer as an input and will be returning integer as an output. This is what it means. Okay, you must be very clear with this. Now once I've declared my pointer and I've even made my function, I just made my function, I've not defined it yet. So let me do one thing. Let me locate the address of the function to this pointer, and let me even call this function fptr use list. Now see, what I'm doing is, for over here I declared a pointer. Okay, I made a pointer. This pointer is facing towards the address of the function, and now what I'm doing is I'm sending this list, this array which I created, okay, which I'll be taking input from the users and all those things. So this array is sent to this pointer, and this pointer is facing towards the function. Okay, so ultimately I'm calling the function using pointers. That's all. Now the only part which is left is defining the function. Okay, here I have named, here I have declared my function. Now I have to define the function, like what is this function gonna do. That is what I have to write. Okay, so let me write over here int ans, int arr. Okay, this, yeah. So see, since I need to find maximum and minimum elements, so let me first create such variables. Okay, now see, for int I equal to 0, I less than 10. Basically I'm running a for loop so that I can reach up to each and every element. Now see, what I'll be doing is, now I'll be setting a value. Min is equals to arr I 0, max equals to arr I 0. Now what does this means? What does this means? It means I am, see, for each and every column, the first element of the column, of the respective column, value of that element is assigned to these variables. Why I am doing so? See, what I'm doing is, for each and every column, the first value which is present in the column, respective column, is assigned to these variables, minimum and maximum. Why I'm doing this? Using these variables, I'll be finding out my maximum and minimum values present in that particular column. Okay, that is what I'm gonna do. So let me write for int j equals to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. Now see, if if min is greater than arr ij, then in that case min will become equals to, see, what I'm doing is, see, over here I was just checking for each column. Over here, for each column, the first value was assigned to these variables. Now I'm checking each and every element of that particular column, and I'm checking that whether that element is greater than the minimum value which was chosen by us. If that is the case, if it is greater than that, then obviously this see, suppose value which is stored inside minimum is inside this variable min is 4. Okay, so when I'm running inside this loop, going through each and every element, I found an element whose value was 3. So what does this mean? 4 is greater than 3, right? So now I have to change the value of min from 4 to 3, and that is what I'm doing over here. Here I'm checking, see, min is greater than array I comma j. What does this mean? I'm checking 4 is greater than 3 or not. If that is the case, then the value then this variable will be assigned a new value that will be 3. That's all I'm doing. By doing this, ultimately I'll be left out with a minimum value which is present in that respective column. Similarly, for maximum also I have to do the same thing. If max is less than ARR ij, then max will become equals to ARR ij. That's all. Okay. See, there are many other ways to find maximum and minimum element present inside a respective uh, array, a respective array. But this is the most favorable method which I got. Okay, or else you can even go for shorting an element and all those things, but it will be quite lengthy. So this is the I guess this is the best possible way. Okay, for finding out the minimum and maximum element. Now see one more thing. We have to even find the average also. Okay, and for each and every column the average will be different. Okay, so for that, see, for that I have to create an integer inside the first for loop in avg equal to 0. And after this, see, what I'll be doing is I will be adding all the values avg plus equals to arr ij. Looks like I've done a mistake. Yeah, now it's okay. See, what I'm doing is I'm going through each and every element of a respective column. Okay, and I'm adding all those values. I'm adding all the three values, all the three marks which a particular student got, and after that I'll be dividing it by 3, and hence I'll be printing it that so and so is the answer. Okay, this is a so and so person have got so and so marks and all those things. Okay, same case is for minimum and maximum also. For each and every column I'm checking each and every element present inside it, and I'm checking whether it is minimum or maximum, and after that I'll be getting all those minimum maximum values and even the average. Okay, so till now see, this entire code will give me minimum, maximum and average value. Now the only thing which is left for me to do is to print these values. Okay, the only thing which is left is to print these values. So let me print it. Printf backslash n the student एक minute. The minimum, yeah, the minimum, maximum, and average marks of percentage d student is percentage d comma percentage d and percentage f. Now see why, see, instead of writing int over here, okay, let this be int. See why I'm writing percentage f over here, because see, when you will be dividing the average value, see, when you will be dividing, see what you're doing, you are adding all the three values and then you will be dividing it by 3. So there are some cases where you might get decimal answers. So for that I am writing percentage f over here. Let me write 0.2 also, so that you will be getting the round of value up to 2 decimal places. Okay, and after this, let me write respectively also. Respectively I plus 1, then minimum marks, then maximum marks, then see, then I'll be doing, see, typecasting average divided by 3. I guess you all might be familiar with typecasting. What is typecasting? See, initially I have set my variable avg as int, but now I want my answer to be displayed as a floating number. So that is why I'm doing over here typecasting. Okay, now once this is done, let me just end this. Let's check whether it's right. Yeah, it's correct. Okay, so this is the entire code. Over here, see, over here I'm just taking the input from the user. I'm asking him कि भाई मुझे बताओ what are the marks a particular student got in all those 3 subjects, and then over here I have even declared the pointer, and I have given the address of the function to the pointer, and I'm calling the functions, and I'm sending my array to the function. Okay, over here I've declared my function, and over here I have defined my function. And what is this function doing? This function is finding minimum, maximum and average value. Okay, and ultimately it will be printing these values. That is all we have to do. So let me just run this. Wait a minute, what is this? The marks is so and so. I guess somewhere I might have done mistake. Let me see. Enter the marks. Okay, it's correct. Printf. Okay, then what's the error? For student, the marks in this subject, the given student. अच्छा, तो यहाँ पे हमने गलती की है. Enter the detail of okay, printf. Enter the marks in percentage d subjects of the student. So over here I should write j plus 1. Okay, j plus 1 और यहाँ पे एक backslash n so that it will be coming in a new line. Now let me do this. Now it's okay. Enter the marks of first student. Sorry, enter the detail of first students. Enter the marks in first subject of the given student. Suppose he got 99, 98 in the second subject, 96 in the third subject. अरे यार 10 बार करना पड़ेगा. Okay, let me do it. 99, 6. Okay, so I guess सारी entries हो गई. Now see what I'll be getting. The minimum, maximum, and average marks of first student is 96, 99, and 27. Sorry, 97.67 respectively. Let us check. See, this is the detail of first student. He got 99 in first subject, 98 and 96 in second and third subjects. Okay, so see, 99 is the highest marks, 96 is the lowest marks. See, 96 is the lowest marks, 99 is the maximum marks, and now what you can do is you can add 99 plus 98 plus 96 and divide it by 3. You will be getting average marks as 97.67. And similarly, you can check. See, for 10th student, he got 56, 45, and 34. So 34 should be the minimum marks, 56 should be the maximum marks. See, 34, 56, and what we'll be doing is, suppose, see, what is 56 plus 34? It is, I guess, 90. 90 plus 45 gives you how much? It gives 135. Divide it by 3, then you will be getting, yeah, 45. And 45 is the average marks. That's all. Okay, so our code is working properly. This is the entire code. Okay, and I guess I have properly even satisfied all those conditions which were given in this question. You have to use pointers to functions, arrays, find minimum, maximum, average. Okay, but yeah, it was a lengthy question. Obviously, it was a lengthy question because, see, uh, typing it on compiler is something else, but writing it on paper is quite difficult. Okay, anyways, thanks for watching and stay tuned. I guess I have to explain one more question. I have already, till now I've explained two questions which I got in my CAT exam. I'll be explaining one more question, and then I'll be going for other CAT questions which my friends got. Okay, so thank you for watching. Stay tuned.